Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Lucy Tessar, and I am a launch expert helping entrepreneurs start their businesses and move them to the next level. And I'm honored to have today Kristina Simpson as a guest. Welcome, Kristina.
Hello, thank you.
Kristina is founder of Success Without Stress. That's an amazing name. Can you tell me more about it, what it is, and how did you get the idea to start your business?
Yes, of course. It's something that I struggled myself with. And, I was in medical field for many, many years. I've been burned out so many times. And one time when I was really bad and like I couldn't even go to work, I was so fatigued. Um, the only solution I found was to go to take a long, long vacation because originally I'm from Europe. So it's like, okay, maybe 5 weeks off will help me to recover. And then I came back and I realized, you know what, I don't want to go back to corporate job. That is it. Because I know if I went back, I would burn out again. It will never end and my just health would deteriorate. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna live my dreams. I'm gonna live my life on my own terms, and that's how I decided to create my own company.
I love
And
it.
one day the light bulb went on. Oh, I want to help people who go through stress, who experience that, because I've done so much research because I really wanted to get well and even wrote some books. And so that's where it started.
I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you. So that's my story.
So now, because this video is part of the branding videos, how did you position yourself as an expert? So would you call yourself a life coach, or how do you position yourself so you're not like everybody else who is dealing with stress?
Yes, it's something I would say I discovered that over the time as I progress, as I really figured out what I want to do, because I'm all about, because I'm creating my own business. I want to be happy, live out my dream. And so I incorporate things that I resonate with, that I love, right? So one of the things is I'm creative. So I love designing, marketing things for like Facebook, Instagram. That's my creative outlet. So branding, also I love colors, and I try to keep it consistent. I decided, okay, this is my branding color. This is what it represents. Let's say the blue, right? The peace and calm. What else? Remind me a little bit. I got off track.
So you're saying, so one of the branding, so marketing online. So you're saying you have your Facebook account, Twitter account, Instagram account?
Instagrams, and I like Pinterest too. I like visual things. I love creating that. And I know one of the things you have to do is to be consistent, create quotes to inspire. If you like to inspire people, that's one of my things. I love to motivate people to go for a bigger, better life. What else?
So how often, how do you schedule your posts, or how do you get the ideas for what to publish?
Usually it comes to me intuitively. I just get inspired. I see something, I read something, I get inspired, and then I go and create it. But ideally, it's better to have a plan. Basically, you can plan for quarter, let's say daily. They recommend to have 1 to 4 posts a day. So I like to design things, and then I put quotes on images. These are the most effective. Also, videos is probably in the second place, what people like. So you can have different theme every day, like an editorial calendar.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say, what do you do on Mondays? Like Mondays could be inspiration, maybe some kind of advice on Tuesday, and then Wednesday something else, right?
Mm-hmm. So are you scheduling it ahead of time and then just it will automatically release every day?
You could do that. Yes, you can totally do that. If you organize, you have time. I mean, it's very good to automate the process. Absolutely.
And how do you do it? Is it an ideal state where you want to be? How do you do it currently?
Right now, it's more unintuitive kind of. When I feel inspired, then I post. But I try to post maybe like 3 times a week,
Got it.
so I don't overwhelm myself.
Mm-hmm. So
Yes.
your routine kind of or the consistency is that you post at least 3 times a week,
Mhm.
every week. Got it.
Yeah. And then one of the things what I do, because organic posting on Facebook is not really generating that much results.
Mm-hmm.
So I boost them. Basically, you have to pay a certain amount of money, not that much, but it's good because then a lot more people see your posts and they like them and they share and there is interaction and engagement. So that's a very good way to do it.
Awesome.
Mhm.
So how often do the people interact with the page? Is it naturally, or you said only when you boost most of the time as of now?
It's just more effective when you boost it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm curious because you said that you are a 2 times best-selling author. I would love if you can share more about the process. How did you get the idea to get published? And how was the writing process for you? And from that experience, if you were to do it again, was there anything that you would do better with the knowledge and experience that you have right now?
Actually, how this came about, it was very interesting. When I was a writer on one of the one of the magazines. It's called I Am Enough, and that's how I learned about the publisher. And she invited me if I wanted to be in the book. And when I saw the title of the book, Becoming Outrageously Successful, I really, really highly resonated with that message. I was like, oh my gosh, I really have something to say to it. And I decided to participate in the book. And it's collaborative. It's not just you. It was 13 other authors. And it's really, really great to do it, especially because there is a possibility to become a bestseller because it's a collaborative. That's why it really helps. Before you publish your own book, right? It's great practice because you contribute, let's say, one chapter, and that's good test to see how it goes. So my chapter was called, let me take a look at it, is how to fuel your passion without burning yourself out. So that's part of my expertise because I help successful people to be more successful, but without the stress, without the burnout, right? So basically, and then I went to my mentor, business coach, and she said, well, Kristina, this is not your time to write a book right now. You don't get distracted. But inside of me, I felt such a big desire. It's like, this is my topic. This is what I have. I have something to say to that. And I proceeded regardless. And so the book got published and we became bestsellers. Ooh. And then that opportunity led me to another opportunity to write another book.
How did that happen?
Well, one of the authors invited me to be on her book.
Oh, I see. So another collaborative effort in a way.
Exactly. And then again, when I saw the name of the title of the book, it's called Discover Your Destiny, Live Your Life, Love Your Dreams. Basically about expert tips on creating abundance, joy, and success. So here I felt like my life, I was always following my dreams and loving my life. And I had something to say to that.
Mm-hmm.
So my chapter was about 3 secrets to enjoy your life stress-free and achieving your dreams without striving.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see that once you become visible, people see you and the opportunities come to you.
So,
And that's one of the positioning tools. And then after that book, I was invited to be on, on experts interview.
oh,
And that's how you keep going.
so basically once you start, and you said you started with getting your article published.
Mm-hmm. Articles, yes, in the magazine. Mm-hmm.
How long did it take you? Did you Google the magazine and
It was
decided, oh, this is one that I want to get?
Oh, actually, I found it through Facebook.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
So
I'm
did they have an ad or?
No, I was connected to a lot of entrepreneurs.
Hmm.
So I'm getting to know community. I see their posts. I'm engaging on their posts. I'm liking them and I'm posting something of my own to inspire others. And that's how we connect.
Oh.
And I saw, oh, I have a magazine. I'm looking for writers.
Oh, I see. So basically, you just answered to that because you were active on Facebook and you were open to the opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. You have to be open for the opportunities. And, it's challenging. When I had to do my very first interview, I was so scared. But, it was about global visibility for global leaders. And it's like, ooh, who am I? But I felt, again, I listened to my inner voice. I had to do it, and I did it.
Mm. And how was it? How was the interview? So you did not only magazine, you did collaboration of 2 books.
Mm-hmm.
And then as a result of the books, somebody invited you to be on a Visibility Experts Summit.
Yes.
You were interviewed for that. And did you have to prepare? How did you prepare for the interview?
Well, I had a few questions that she gave me, and you just go with the flow, and whatever comes up comes up. Like right now, it's totally it just flows, right?
Got it. Awesome. So it looks like that basically you being open and really active every day on Facebook and connecting and networking with other entrepreneurs was the ignition for another steps. And kind of from there, it kind of is snowballing.
Yes, trusting and having faith in yourself that you can do it.
So what would be the next step for you to position yourself as an expert? So you already are. So there are 2 books that you co-authored. You were interviewed. Now you have another interview. Is there anything that you're dreaming about or of? What would be the next step for you?
Well, the next step, I call it the next challenge. I don't know if I'm necessarily dreaming about it because I'm still scared of being in front of the camera. I mean, I've done several videos. I created that. So that was a big step for me.
Well, you seem very natural in front of the camera.
So right now, the big challenge that I'm thinking of doing is being live on the Periscope, on Facebook Live, YouTube. So that's one of other ways to really attract more audience and share your knowledge, share the content that is valuable to them.
And there's
expertise, right?
Yes. Well, it's in a way it's a different step than you have done before, because before with the magazine, even it started, you were connected, but always somebody else asked before, right? You were
not necessarily. I just responded. Like not necessarily they asked me personally,
Yes, but it
but
was
I
the
just felt,
invitation and
yeah.
you answered.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Periscope, how do you do that? Because you need to kind of find the ignition inside of you and say,
Yes,
okay, I'm gonna
and
do it.
that's what it is. That's what I feel guided towards. Like when you feel in your heart, inside of you, that desire is coming, and you feel more and more like all these channels that I'm watching, different things on internet, and all these teachers and mentors that I'm watching, like they all talking about. It's like, oh, you have to be ahead of the times, because now is the time. And I feel inside, oh yes, it is the time. And I feel like, oh, I'm being guided towards it, and that desire is growing in me. And I feel once that desire is stronger than my fear, then I'll be able to do it.
Got it.
Yeah, so it's in a process as well.
So what about the fear of the interview? Because you overcame it, but you had a deadline by when you have to do it. Would you set a deadline for yourself? Okay, I'm gonna start on Periscope by this date.
Um, I noticed that setting deadlines sometimes helps, pressure
Mm-hmm.
kind of helps, but also I don't want stress.
Yes.
I don't want to panic. So I also learned to do it intuitively when it feels right.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm kind of working with myself to do it, to prepare myself to do the life scopes. And one of the ways is to create the content, to have my tips, 1, 2, 3, like let's say per one scope, right? And then to plan it out. I think planning really helps. It gives you the structure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So there is a combination of planning and then adjusting the goals as you go.
And one thing is knowing what to say,
Mm-hmm.
like having some structure, but also allowing the flow, like just trusting yourself that you will have the knowledge and wisdom to tell, like right now, right?
Yeah,
I'm just totally spontaneous.
I love it. I have one question. So it looks like that you work very intuitively and you are in touch with your emotions and with your values.
Mhm.
So would that be an advice to somebody who would like to become more visible as an expert and position themselves as an expert? What would be the way, besides networking and being open just like you were, what would be the way of looking for magazines that they want to get published in,
Mm-hmm.
or summits or authors? Or would it be that they find their 5 people that they really resonate with and that they follow, and see what would be your advice how to, for them, if the
Mm-hmm.
opportunity doesn't come, like how do they look for it, or how to focus the right way, or how to, if they're not as intuitive, how can they know that it's the right match? Because you said I just felt that it was resonating with
Well,
me.
there are two things. One thing is intuition, and other thing is being strategy.
Mhm.
So I use both because I know books help with showing your expertise, right? People take you more seriously when you, let's say, give your book to them versus just business card. Like anybody can have business card. So that's great representation. So it's like, oh, a book, yes. And I love to write. So that was my natural thing to do, right? So be strategic, I mean, too, and find people that you really like, and talk on the topic that you know a lot about and that you're passionate about.
Who are your 3 favorite people that you're following in the business world?
Oh, there are many, but
That you
one
would
of them
recommend for.
I love Eben Pagan.
Mhm.
I like Brandon Burchard right now. We're going actually to Experts Academy. That's great course because they put in so much work but it's so structured, so clear, all the how-tos and all the why-tos, how to create the courses. That's my passion, is online courses, how to create all that material and market it online. Because for me, it's all about freedom lifestyle. So, okay, and third one, who is the third person? I just follow so many people. It's hard to tell. I can't tell right now. Can't think of.
Okay, got it. So, but the Experts Academy is something that you would really recommend, that you love.
Oh, absolutely. Like if you're a writer, if you're a coach, how to market your knowledge online, how to create courses, that's absolutely, it's great.
Wonderful. And last question, what would be advice that you would give based on your journey in growing your business and becoming an expert and positioning yourself as an expert? What would be the advice to those who are starting?
For those who are starting, I think just think big. Think who you can become, who you can be, and that will fire you up to follow your passion, to really be that, to grow into that. And just keep focusing on your vision, on what you want, on the desires of your heart, because it is possible.
Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you. It was very inspirational and informative. We got some great information and tips how to grow yourself and develop your brand, and how to position yourself as an expert. Thank you so much, Kristina. And I know you mentioned before you had some free gift for
Yes,
the audience.
Is it possible to give a link? Maybe
Yeah, I can share it below the post. Yeah.
Yes, to my free chapter, by the way, where I have the whole story, how I was facing all kinds of challenges in life, but regardless, I pursued my dreams. And then some tips, practical tips, how to achieve your dreams without striving, without stress. So
I love that.
we really like that.
Well, I'm gonna download it right now.
Here we go.
Thank you so much, Kristina, for being here and sharing your tips with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucy. I'm honored.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.